How do you interpret that emotion? Like, I know when you take picture, right? You're the first one
Mhm.
who sees it. What's the thought process? I want to better understand.
All right. Normally, I observe the scene. I just don't go out there and just plunge myself in it. I would always be like looking at the scene from afar, up on a perch or a bridge or something, and observe people, and then go immerse myself in it. I
Mm.
observe a lot of people. For example, there's one photo there in Quiapo. She's a vendor. It was at night. Uh, when there she sells candles, right? When there's a customer, she's very jolly and all, very engaging with the customers.
To make the
The
sale.
minute
Yep.
that Yeah, to make the sale, the minute that those people walk away, she's just in a trance. She's just in this like blank
Blank
expression,
state.
but you could blank state that you could see that she's in despair of her situation or something else. That and then she grabbed on the pole because she has a huge umbrella
Yeah.
to cover herself, right? And that pole that she grabbed on it, and then this face all of a sudden changed. That's the moment that I clicked it, when I got that expression of that blankness in her expression. But it says a lot about how desperate she is in life, or how difficult that life has been. But uh, it was there. It was there. So I observe a lot. There's one photo I could. It's in the it's in the public market here in Pasig.
Mm.
I went there like at dawn, or yeah, early morning. I went there. Then I was on the second level of the market, and then I was walking through the aisle. So I was taking photo of the aisle, vendors on the side, there's nice lights, right? So I take a photo of the perspective. I took two shots, stood up, and then walked. I stopped. For some reason, I said, I have to go back and take
Mm.
another photo. Right? There's something there that this is instinct already. So
Freeze.
I said, there's
Freeze.
something there.
Mm.
Yeah. So I took a photo again, and when I looked at it, it was this guy that I will focus on. That if you're going to look at the entire thing, every single soul in that aisle were interacting with another soul. And he was just there, standing in the middle, like, you know, doing nothing and trying to ask himself, why am I here?
Oh
Probably
man.
the wife is doing the shopping.
Could
It's
be.
like he's not interested in what his current state. He's just not interested. And he was just there, so just looking like that, blank, with the basket on his right hand. But he's not interacting with anybody. So those instances, it's like there it's a lot of instincts there. Uh, the guy in the jeep. I was there's the jeepney driver who was looking back.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, and I caught him in the frame of his jeep, where there's a piece of plexiglass in there. Uh, that was just it. I was standing in the same place when he came in, and they move slowly. They nudge
Mm.
themselves inch by inch, pretending that they're not stopping because it's illegal to stop, right? So they would move it inch by inch. So technically, they're not parked, right? So
Mm.
so until I already saw him that is very. He kept looking back. He kept looking back. So from here until he got there, that's the time I took a photo. I wasn't even expecting that
That
frame there.
reflection,
That's
yeah.
like, yeah. So it was like, okay, I got that. So those things. Uh, when there's something happening. For example, there's some street entertainer in there. Uh, I'd look at the entertainer, and then I would look at the people that's being entertained or who's watching them,
Mm.
and
Oh, there's a lot of
I take
emotions
photo.
there.
Yeah, so I take a photos of those people.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Yep.
learning a
So if
lot.
there's
Ah.
So if there's anything that's going to distract somebody, you'll be able to see that starting
Is
to
it?
rain,
Is it?
right?
Wait. A while ago it was sunny, and then cloudy.
Yeah,
Now it's raining.
Philippine weather, man. Philippine weather, man.
Fun, fun. Okay, let's talk about patience.
Mm.
Um, how long did you wait for in one spot to take one photo?
It varies. I'm very patient.
Like you
If I
can
don't
tell
get the
that
shot
in
that
this
I
spot,
want,
like in this shot, in this framing, in this light,
yep,
there's a neon
hmm
light here. I know there's something
hmm
here.
yep.
How
I
long?
Let's just say if I go out and just my purpose was just to shoot, I go out on my own. I don't
Mm,
bring anybody with me
mm,
because they wouldn't understand. They would be uh, because I
bored.
could spend on from 2 hours to 4 hours, 2 hours to 4 hours on my own, just walking the streets, trying to capture something,
That's
and I
good
could wait
cardio.
on one.
Good cardio.
Yeah, just that's good cardio. There's one, yeah, and I measure it. It's like there's one time I walk for I walk for like my
Thirty
steps
thousand steps.
reach 30,000. Yeah, thirty
What?
thousand steps.
Legendary. And then, all right, so
I
2 to 4 hours. Man, that's a lot of hard work. That's
Yeah,
damn.
that's being patient, man.
That's patient.
There's
Okay, where
yeah,
was this?
there's a lot in
Or let's talk
Manila.
about your favorite
There's
spot, like your best go-to.
Manila,
Manila.
Quiapo. I'm a
Capo.
Manila boy. I grew up in Santa Mesa,
Ah.
so I've always have this love affair about Manila. I even wrote about Manila. There's a lot of things about Manila. It's very simple. Manila is not like any other city anywhere. Manila is not like any other city in the Philippines. Okay, where would you see Quiapo,
Uh-huh.
Quiapo Church? All right, and 500 meters there's a mosque.
Yeah.
All right, Catholic
Yeah.
Church, there's a mosque.
Yeah.
All right, in between that are the soothsayers, the uh, the people that sells agimat,
Agimat,
uh,
yeah. Uh,
uh,
um,
what do you call that in English?
fortune
Amulets,
fortune
sells
tellers as well. Yeah.
fortune tellers. Yeah, the soothsayers, fortune
Uh,
tellers, anything in between of paganism. That's of right. Catholic Church, a mosque there, and in between is littered with people who practice paganism, right?
and no one talks about it.
Nobody talks about it, right? They live with it. Like, there's probably somebody there in Capo Church, from the entrance would pray on their knees until the altar. They walk on their knees until
Right,
they
right,
reach the
right.
altar. And they stand up and they go out and probably go to one of the fortune tellers.
Well, no judgment. No judgment, but
No judgment, no judgment. But it's a reality, right? It's a reality, right? So those things. But yet they all coexist. There's nothing. There's no
right.
animosity. There's no hatred against the Catholics and the Muslims. There's no hatred among the pagans and
The
the
business
religious
owners,
tourist,
right? Yeah.
the business owners, right? So so there, and I mean, there's even like uh, a kilometer or two. There's also a Hindu temple there. So it's a melting pot of different people, culture, religion, backgrounds. You will see there people in SUVs. You will see people there pushing carts. I mean,
So much story.
it's so much story. You have the Spanish architecture, the post-war architecture that it resembles so much of Paris, Europe, like the post office, the Jones
Yeah, yeah,
Bridge, and
Jones
all those
Bridge.
things.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, and then see, if you stand there at Jones Bridge and you look at the post office, it looks like it's from Paris or Europe, or somewhere in Boston, or somewhere in the Western world. And you just switch. You stay on that same spot. You switch like 90 degrees. There's an arc of the Chinese of Binondo,
Yeah,
and right,
right.
it's all of a sudden Chinatown. You
Chinatown.
have the you have the Western looking architecture here, and then all of a sudden it's Chinatown, the oldest Chinatown in the world.
Oh,
You're
is
not
it?
there.
Is
It
it?
is. Yes, you can look it up. It is the
Whoa.
oldest Chinatown in the world. We have the
Ooh.
oldest Chinatown in the world.
Damn, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, right. So, and then from the Catholic, Islamic, now you have the Buddhist.
All right.
You know, so incense and all. It's pretty much like Hong Kong,
Hmm.
uh, right? And then you go down. There's going to be Escolta, what used to be the go-to hangout of the elites of Manila. Escolta now uh, in tatters. Well, they're trying to revive it. There's a lot of artsy people that's reviving it, which is really good. But it's really a melting pot of different things.
And then you have the
It's
U
really
belt as well.
the U belt, yeah, the U belt. So
Um, there's so much in there.
yeah, so much in there. Oh, uh, the Metropolitan Theater. That's one of the
Are
greatest.
they reviving that?
Yes, because that's those are one of the greatest architecture that we have here in Southeast Asia. That Metropolitan Theater, and they're reviving it. So there's just this. Uh, Manila has a character. It is alive. It has its own uniqueness. People would say that it's dangerous and all.
That
Probably, but
that's me. That's me. That's me.
yeah,
It's
but
dangerous and
it,
stinky. But
yeah,
after
but it,
after everything I've heard, now I'm really curious. I want to check them out. Thank
yeah,
you. Thank you.
there's a lot of interesting things there. So that's my go-to place if I'm ever going to shoot. I can shoot photography. I can shoot architecture.
Mm.
I can shoot food.
Right.
All
Food
right.
and people.
Yeah,
So many
and people.
people.
Okay. So for example, in Quiapo, all right, you'll have the usual dishes of the adobo and the stuff. And then you have this Americanized Jollibee, the fast food. There's
Right.
McDonald's, this
Mm.
stuff. Okay, there's food from Mindanao, the Maranaos. If you go down this way, there'll be food from the Magindanaoans. All right, and then you go this way, the Bicolanos,
So
the
much culture
Visayas. Yeah,
just for
it,
food
it,
alone.
just for food alone. And then there's going to be Indian food somewhere down deep in Manila. So it's like
Everything is
everything's there. Everything is there.